I'm convinced now that Raw's debut episode on Netflix is going to be like a mini WrestleMania. So I'm gonna give you early predictions, very early predictions of matches and what we could see, and I'm going all in. I'm going in the deep end. I'm just gonna rip it open and just shove it right in there. It's not right. All right, I'm gonna go and just make some predictions here with you. I'm going all in on this whole episode. I'm gonna just say, screw it. Let's just treat it like a WrestleMania. First thing I wanna touch on right away, the logo. What do you think? We got the official Raw logo reveal. We saw like, I guess, what was maybe the mock-ups before or what they were gonna go with. And we have the new official one. I like it. WWE likes to do things sleek, modern, like they did with SmackDown's rebranding. I'm fine with it. You got the angled red lines in there and the Raw is nice and big. I wish it had a little more grit to it. I'm a man for textures, but it's fine. Another question I have as we're about to go through all of this, everybody, the transfer window. The general managers announced that we were going to get there's a transfer window portal of such where the wrestlers could go and they may be able to just change brands. Are we gonna get that before this episode? I think it's too much if you're gonna do like any types of trades on that episode of Netflix, but I do have one idea in mind with that transfer window because they're doing the SmackDown, I think, on January 3rd, the Friday before the Netflix. That one I think I read is that gonna stream on YouTube because they don't have a deal anymore and they're like a week off. So the following one, I think that would be a bigger one and they might do like the transfer window there. For opening the show, I think you get Triple H. I think he comes down, they do the big opening musical act thing, whatever, the intro, new intro. I think we get a new set. I really hope we do. And I hope it's kind of this modern with some throwback in there. They grunge it up and Triple H comes down because he's the guy. He's their poster boy for this whole new regime and new era. And I think he comes down and he says, just like he did with SmackDown, and he just says, hey, welcome to Netflix, what's on? And then we get right into it. And I think the first match they should go with Punk versus Rollins. I think they do this match, you do 20 minutes of back and forth where it's just a big brawl fight. It goes all over the arena. You want to get people like extremely hyped and you want to keep them on the edge of their seats the entire time. We also don't know how long this thing's going to be. Like we hear 3 hours, but it's Netflix. They can do whatever the hell they want now. So if they want to make this like a 4-hour show, they can. I hope not, but they could do whatever they feel like. So I'm going to say that like Rollins and Punk open the show for the match, the opening match, and they go all over the place. Who goes over is a big question mark. It's the debut episode. If you have Punk, I would want Punk to win, but if you have Punk win, doesn't that just shut Rollins up right away? And it's like, there, I beat you, get out of here. I think if they're going to want to extend this thing into multi-months and possibly to WrestleMania, I think you have Seth lose. Now it could end in a wonky finish type of deal because that would set up maybe a gimmick match the next time. But I am gonna go with Seth Rollins wins this match. My tune may change, and I'm more of a Punk guy too. Then I think, I'm going through my list here. Then I think that you got Cena. Now these are no real particular order. I don't care. But I think Cena, we know he's made the announcement, he's going to appear. I think Cena does show up, obviously. Now, he could do one of two things for me. He could either announce that he is going to be in the Royal Rumble / he comes out and says, hey, this is my farewell tour. It begins today, tonight, whatever. Maybe you do get an impromptu John Cena match. You never know. Something quick, maybe a segment or two. But you got Cena coming out there. I think he just acknowledges the crowd, says thank you. This is his final tour that he's doing, and he's going to kick things off at the Royal Rumble. And I think he announced that he's going to be in the Royal Rumble and he wants to break the record. I think that is going to be part of Cena's story as he goes through WrestleMania. That could also prompt Gunther to come out and at least confront John Cena. If Cena makes kind of his big play for retirement, that I got one more year left in me, it's my final go around, and I want the title one more time and I want to break the record. If that is part or what the story will be for Cena, then I think it can help with Gunther coming out and you get a face-to-face moment of those two. Nothing has to happen, but at least tease that and then people go ooh on the internet. That's what the internet sounds like, ooh. Then we have the women's IC title tournament finals, crowning a new inaugural women's intercontinental champion. We had Chelsea Green win the United States Championship at Saturday night's main event. Loved it. Quick match. Wish they gave us more, but I love that Chelsea won. Raw, I think they go in a different direction. The semifinals to the finals are shaping up right now. I could see them doing Lyra Valkyria and Zoe Starks in the finals for the IC title, or Dakota Kai and Lyra in the finals. Those are kind of my picks right there. Ultimately though, I think they put the belt on Lyra Valkyria. You have a heel kind of, in Chelsea Green over on SmackDown with the US title. I think you put it, just for balance sake, I think you put it on Lyra Valkyria, a babyface that they want to elevate, give more shine to. If you remember, she also made it into the finals for Queen of the Ring and kind of her main roster debut run. She hasn't done too much though. I like to see more out of her, and I think that's why if you give her the Intercontinental Championship, then you can get her out there every single week, try to do more of the John Cena thing, defend it more consistently. Lyra Valkyria is my pick though for this, and it's gonna happen on Netflix. Another one, okay. A surprise, because again, they're gonna want to load this thing up and just smash everybody in the face with surprises and nonsense. I think, and they teased this on Raw, we had a 0 with a slash through it in the red and all that in the teaser. I think Penta makes his debut on Netflix debut episode Raw. Penta shows up, and I think he confronts Rey Mysterio. I think you get LWO, Rey in a match, in a segment, something on Raw. LWO could be in the ring, or they just finished losing a quick match. The lights go down, you get that circle with the slash through it, and you get some really killer music, and Penta makes his debut and goes face to face with Rey Mysterio. Nothing has to happen. You could do a beatdown, you could do something really cool, but you want that holy crap moment. Yeah, that's one of them. Penta shows up, confronts Rey, and that sets off their feud to what I would hope be WrestleMania. For another match on Raw, they're building this, I love what they're doing right now, but Drew McIntyre gets a match on Raw, and I think that he's gonna have that one-on-one with Jey Uso. He took out Jimmy Uso. He took out Sami Zayn a lot and took him out at Saturday Night's Main Event. Drew is going after the Bloodline. Everyone that has been on the side of the Bloodline, he's taking them out, and I think it is going to lead to a Drew Roman feud, maybe like SummerSlam, if they want to go that path, because they can play with these matches a lot more, where you can have Drew go back and fight Sammy again, Jimmy when he gets healthy, but Jay versus Drew is the match I see them doing on Raw, because you want Jey Uso on that show. One of the biggest merch sellers there. Jay's gonna be on Raw for that debut, but I still think you need Drew McIntyre to win. Drew beating Sammy was, I think, the right call, and I think because of coming off of the loss, the series loss against CM Punk, I think you need Drew to be heated up as a monster and just start going through the Bloodline. That is his plan. He's saying it's like 1 down, 3 to go, 2 to go. Like, he's going through everybody. And I think he's not going to stop until he gets to Roman. So I could see them doing like a 15-minute match, and you get Drew McIntyre Claymore to Jey Uso, and Jey loses, and Drew McIntyre moves on to maybe Roman Reigns down the road. But you got to do something else, because you can't just like end it there. Like, Jimmy's got a broken toe, so he ain't coming around anytime soon. So you have to put more foils in front of Drew McIntyre. So I'm curious what they would do. Then I think we got on the card, I think we also get, and they teased it, they didn't announce it. They didn't say it was gonna happen, but Rhea versus Liv for the Women's World Heavyweight Championship. They said like it's official. Rhea said it is official, but didn't say for when. Now they could save that for a different episode of Raw on Netflix, maybe the second week or the third week, to try and build it, because if you just blow your load in the first day of like Netflix, then you got where are you gonna go? You use all your cards. Like, are people gonna show up again? Probably, but do you want to space that out and do that on another night? However, you do want to get champions on the show, and if this is going to be treated like a WrestleMania, Rhea has to be on the show. Also, this feud for me, I don't know about you, but for me, it has gone on way too long, and I'm not interested anymore in Rhea, Liv, Judgment Day. Like, Finn, I'm kind of interested in to see what's going on, but for Rhea and Liv specifically, I hope they end this feud. Put the belt on Rhea. Rhea's going to win. They can't drag this thing out any longer to WrestleMania. It has no more steam. You got to drop the title. But I think what they could do, though, make it very interesting, is Rhea wins, gets that world title back, and Dom leaves Liv. Dom has been very quiet, and they haven't focused on him too much. I think an interesting move would be what we saw a tease of on SmackDown, where Dom was backstage talking to Nick Aldis in that transfer window. I think Dom is quietly setting himself up to have an out. He doesn't like confrontation. He gets dominated by all these women. He's just he's the lapdog. So I think for him to be able to sneak away, Rhea beats Liv, and Dom just is like, bye, Liv, and runs off to SmackDown on his own. Because otherwise, you just got Liv and Dom staying on Raw, presumably, doing what? Fight Rhea again? No, they can't do that. It's just, it'd be more of the same, and they'd have to shake that piece up. Now, question mark though, if you don't do something like that with Dom, and you have like a title change of Rhea winning the belt, do you have something like Becky Lynch coming back and confronting Rhea. The match ends, Rhea holds the belt up, she's champion once again, and then you get Becky's music, and does Becky Lynch come out? Now you're sitting there going, dummy, we did that at WrestleMania 40. We don't need Becky again versus Rhea and doing that whole feud. What if you did it for just a short term? Because think about it. Becky won the world title in that battle royal. She lost the belt to Liv, right? That's how it went down. And then that's it. You can easily bring Becky back into all of this and come back to Rhea and say, hey, I want to go one more time. You could do a triple threat, Becky, Liv, and Rhea. Do that for like the Royal Rumble if they want to kind of continue it, but mix it up with Becky now. Or do Becky versus Rhea one time only at the Royal Rumble. Rhea could retain, gets her more dominant again, and then Rhea gets off to a new challenger for WrestleMania. Becky's got to come back and do something. I don't see her mixing it up with Liv, and I don't see Becky mixing it up with anybody else unless she's going to get into like the Intercontinental division. Then I think we also get Finn versus Priest in the blow-off match. This to me needs to be like no holds barred, anything goes. Get the tables, get the chairs, make it bloody, and get this thing done. Again, Judgment Day story for me is running on fumes, and the Priest Finn thing also running on fumes where I don't care very much. We saw the interference on Raw of Damian Priest to Finn in the tag match. Judgment Day has lost the tag team titles. They got nothing left other than Liv's title. Finn is not winning. Finn didn't win. So I think you gotta have this blow off on Netflix, but they gotta change it up and make it interesting. Steel cage match, maybe, but you need a definitive ending to this thing. Can't have all the bad guys win, so I'd probably say Priest is going to beat Finn Balor, thus breaking and ending the Judgment Day. And then I could see maybe you get Finn over on SmackDown by himself. Maybe he goes with Carlito and JD, but I think the Judgment Day finally kind of crumbles after that. They got to do something else, but I think you need to get these guys on different brands. And you got to make it better and different than their last match, plus that triple threat we just had. And the dynamic change, I think if you added more weapons and you gimmick it up, maybe a little blood, and it could be a lot of fun for people. Another match we could see here, New Day versus War Raiders. Now, the War Raiders, like I just said, they had the tag team title match against Finn Balor and JD, and Judgment Day lost. You got War Raiders with new tag team titles. I think they are transitional. I think you should get these belts on New Day. You want a ton of title? Again, I'm just going on all in on this stuff. You want to just everyone gets a title change. Sure, why not? Just do it on Netflix. It's like a reset. But the tag titles, I think, should go on New Day. They got so much heat right now. It'd be even better if they get those tag team titles. Then you can have them feud with like LWO, for example, because they confronted with Rey Mysterio a little bit, and just the rest of the tag division. And then even mix up the tag divisions in the whole trade thing they got going on. But New Day, get those tag titles. War Raiders, you hold on to those belts for like 2 weeks. It's fine. Now, what about your big champions, your big boys, your Kevin Owens, your Cody Rhodes? Don't know why they sound like this, but Kevin Owens, I'm gonna say, does make an appearance. Now we know that Cody Rhodes was taken out with the package power driver that looked awesome. He got taken out at Saturday night's main event. Boom, he's gone. Cody's gone off the timeline. He's gone out there. But you can't have him come back too soon. Although it's Cody Rhodes, he's got the mega powers built into him, so he comes back stronger than ever. But Cody should be off TV for a while to sell the effects of the package pile driver, just like Randy Orton has. It wouldn't make any sense if Cody shows up on SmackDown next week. And it doesn't make a whole lot of sense that Cody would show up on Raw Netflix, but they gotta have the star power. He is the big guy. Like, Cody is the man, right? It's Roman and Cody. They gotta be there on the show. I think you get the promo. I think you get Cody coming back to talk to the WWE Universe, gets in the ring, he does a Cody promo. Maybe you put him in like a neck brace to really sell the thing. Have Kevin Owens come out though. He's got the Winged Eagle Championship, and you get Kevin Owens. Maybe he does a thing where like he pushes Triple H backstage and says, get out of my way. And then Kevin Owens rushes to the ring. He's got his title. Cody has his title. They get into a little confrontation. You could have Kevin Owens beat down Cody Rhodes again, only for Randy Orton's music to hit. Randy comes out, fights Kevin Owens, and then that could be the Royal Rumble match. Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton one-on-one. Randy gets all of the payback on that, and you could also rope in Triple H a little bit, that he brought Randy Orton back earlier than he was cleared or something like that. But Triple H is behind it because he's like, I've had enough of Kevin Owens, and he pushed for Randy to get out there on his behalf, and he's gonna sanction the match between Kevin and Randy. Maybe do like no holds barred, because then you could still have, like, if they want to do it, title for title, Cody versus Kevin, maybe at Elimination Chamber, another episode of SmackDown, or mixing it all up at WrestleMania. But you gotta get Cody on that show. Now a surprise that I hope they do, I don't know how you make it work, I don't really care, because the rumors and words and everything online is that, hey, there's gonna be a ton of surprises, we're gonna get a ton of legends and all these things. And again, it's a packed show. And if they really want to make it like WrestleMania, you go all out. Ow. I want Stone Cold Steve Austin to show up. I'm a fan. I want to hear the glass break. It's a big moment for WWE. Don't care what it is. Just like Austin, we'll come out, just give a stunner, crack a beer, and be done. Little celebration moment, doesn't have to be a thing. Could tease something, but yeah, I'm okay with it. And what I presume is going to be the main event of that show, Roman Reigns versus Solo Sikoa, Battle of the Ulafala. We have the promo from Roman Reigns. He's talking about how, hey, you gotta win, my team and my team beat you. We're even. Now it's coming down to who is the real tribal chief. You get tribal combat warfare, so we're gonna get that, and then it's no holds barred, which obviously means we're gonna get more bloodline. Now, here's where this gets very interesting, and I think it's going to be an overbooked mess of an ending. And that's okay. But I think what they will do is you will obviously have Roman versus Solo going at it, fighting the crowd. It's combat rules, so tribal rules, whatever the hell. They can use weapons and you can get that interference like 10 minutes into the thing. Except you don't need the ref bump now, which is good. Solo's bloodline will interfere. Roman's bloodline will interfere. Almost making it feel like WrestleMania 40. We won't get all the legends coming in to interrupt things in the main event, but I think you'll get all of the bloodline members interfering in the main event. They all cancel each other out. I think you also throw in Drew McIntyre to come in because he's like the bloodline bounty killer, and he's gonna come in and he's gonna start claymoring guys every which way on both sides. So I think Drew will be a little bit of an X factor. And at the end of all the chaos, Roman Reigns spear 1, 2, 3 to Solo. Crowd goes insane. Roman finally gets to put the Ulafala on, and he's so very happy with himself. Maybe he will have the rest of his bloodline, the OG bloodline, Jimmy, Jay, Sammy, all in the ring with him. They throw up the ones, and then The Rock's music hits. And then I think you do get The Rock to come down. He enters the ring, and he goes face to face with Roman Reigns, and that is how you end Raw Netflix debut episode. Did we overbook it enough? I think we did, and I think it's going to be good and fun no matter what. Drop your predictions below. Want to talk more WWE? Click this video, and if you can't, subscribe to the channel. Helps us out a ton. Have a great day. See ya.